How to configure OSPF on Cisco routers, CCNA networking lab in Cisco Packet Tracer for beginner. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's lab, we're diving into one of the most important routing protocol in networking, OSPF. So grab your gear, power up your routers, and let's get started. First of all, I want to configure R1, R2 and R3. These are basic configuration, and if you don't need it, you can skip this part. This part focus on basic configuration. For example, configuration the router host name, disable DNS lookup, configure a privilege exec mode password, configure a message of the day banner, configure a password for console connection, and configure a password for VTY connections. Then we need to assign an IP to R1, R2 and R3 interfaces based on the tables. We verify interfaces with show IP interface brief command. Now we need to configure PC1, PC2, PC3. We assign an IP and gateway. In this part, we use the router OSPF command in global configuration mode to enable OSPF on the router R1. Enter a process ID of 1 for the process ID parameter. So we enable configure on R1, then we type router OSPF 1. Then we repeat this process for R2 and R3. Now we are in the OSPF configuration. Then we configure router to advertise the 192.168.10.0/13 network attached to serial 00. So network 192.168.10.0/0003 area 0. Then we configure the router to advertise 192.168.10.4/13 network attached to the serial 001. So network 192.168.10.0 10.4.0.0.0.3 area 0. When we configure OSPF configuration for R1, we return to privilege mode, privilege exec mode. Also, we configure OSPF on R2 and R3. The OSPF network command uses a combine of network address and wildcard mask similar to that which can be used by ERGRP. Unlike ERGRP, the wildcard mask in OSPF is required. So we type network, IP address and wildcard and use area 0. We use an area ID of 0 for the OSPF area ID parameter. 0 will be used for OSPF area ID in all of the network statement in the topology. And that wraps up our OSPF configuration lab. We cable the network, configure IP addresses, active interfaces, and brought all three routers in their OSPF area. You saw how neighbor relations from and how router updates are shared dynamically. If this video helped you out, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you won't miss future lab and tutorials. Got question or want more walkthroughs like this? Drop a comment below. I read and reply to everyone. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.